Hello Internet, Demajen here, and welcome back to a little bit more Final Fantasy XIV. No camera for this one, because this is not big story content stuff. This is me going and chilling on an island, assuming the dungeon servers work. Seeking a sanctuary. The clueless crier employed by Tataru's boutique inexplicably does not recognize you. Good evening to you, my lady. Come to see Tataru's boutique in the flesh, no doubt. Might I interest you in one of our world-famous silk socks? They're so comfortable you won't even realize you're wearing them. What's that? You're an acquaintance of the proprietress? Heavens, you're the Demajen? Mr. Tataru has told me all about you. Come to think of it, I wish to inform her immediately if he happened to stop by. Oh no. Please wait just a moment, I'll go and fetch her immediately. He has to go and summon her from the void, obviously. There you are, Demajen! That's not Tataru's voice. Tataru! Sorry to have kept you waiting. Business is booming and I can hardly keep up. Not that I'm complaining. It feels as if only yesterday I was welcoming you as my first customer. Yet look at us now. But I'm sure you're wondering why I wish to speak with you. Yes, I actually had no idea she was involved in this questline. I have a surprise for you. A gift, in fact. A gorgeous, exclusive, and above all, properly registered Island Sanctuary. It's a gift from Tataru. Okay. Yes, it should be noted, because I haven't said it in this video, I have not watched any of the Island Sanctuary stuff. I haven't read any of the Island Sanctuary stuff. Patch note-wise, I know nothing about it short of the fact that I skimmed over some pictures in the patch notes, and there seem to be menus, and I know you can do minions. There's minions for it. So that's all I know. You heard that right. I, Tataru, am presenting you with your very own island. I know you'll be tempted to me with, you were certain, or you're far too kind, quite certain, and yes, I know. But I hope you can accept this gift in the spirit of friendship. I have seen the weight of the burdens you carry firsthand, after all. This scythe is quite heavy. You rose to become the champion of Voidsent, and now a hero known across the star and beyond, which leaves very few places where you might be free of duty and expectation. Tataru, we're not following you. As I considered where you might find such an oasis, an idea washed over me, like an oncoming tide. The sea. In an island paradise with naught but the serenity of nature for miles, even you should be free to relax. Even us. So, what do you say? Yes? 1,000 times yes? What are we waiting for? Toss me in the hold and set sail! Wait, what? It's good to know we're of the same mind, as in you were thinking of tossing me in the hold. Truly, there is no time like the present to be on our way. We make for the Mori dry docks. Well, this is already very silly. Look for Baldin, a skipper near the Aetheryte. He should be expecting us. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. It's very quiet here, considering it's like 5 PM. Oh, no, people just haven't spawned in. Have the prices on these come down much yet? No, they're still remarkably expensive. And to be honest, again, I say again as if I spoke about this in this video. It's because I'm recording a load of videos in one day. An hour or so ago, I finished putting together my Abyssos playthrough stuff, and I took a look at the gear. And this is a very Dragoon piece of gear, but it's not a very Reaper piece of gear. That being said, it is item level 610. Does the helmet fit on us? No, it does not. Have the weapons come down in price? That's the minor stuff. I can never find the icon for Reapers. 1.8 million. And I don't even like the model for it. Anyway. Oh, he's literally right here. Hold in. Here's the ferryman. Demajen, are ya? The little mistress told me to expect you. Said she'd be along shortly herself, but... speak of the devil. And speak of the Voidsent. Oh my god, what are you wearing? That hat is as big as you are. Demajen! Thought I'd dress light for our voyage, given the notorious humidity of the Southern Isles. I trust everything is in order, Baldin. Aye, just give me an holler when you're ready to set sail. You've nothing to fear where we're going, not since any marauder with an ounce of sense in among up their axe. This whole Island Sanctuary business came about from the Admiral reckoning we need something to do now Porris is off the table. Matter of fact, just look at me. Oh no, I've read that completely wrong, but whatever. Just look at me, a bloody stand-up citizen, ferrying folk around. Anyway, you packed rather light for a venture this sort. You do realise you're responsible for bringing your own tools and supplies? Not to worry, we'll procure everything there. You what now? How the hell do you plan to do that? Oh, I have a little something in mind. Let's just say the idea was good enough to land us a permit. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's so. Well, best of luck to you both. I'm sure you're just itching to see your new domain, so I'll fill you in on the juicy details once we arrive. Make your preparations. We'll report the moment you get the word. I'll be waiting for you on the ferry. In my massive hat. Island Sanctuary, now accessible, bubble. Ba, 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 ba. Journey to your island sanctuary. Oh, yeah. Ahoy there, lass. Where can I take you? To my island? Alright, let's see what this is like. Do. Tataru wears short shorts. This worries me. Oh, nice ocean sounds. Somebody push her overboard. Just avoid scent. I'll float. Demajen, look towards the horizon. Beautiful, isn't it? What, the horizon? It's an island. Ooh. Where? Cheapies. Oh no, poser. I like the little kind of luau music. Oh, she's not managed to drown. Well. There's nothing like a sea voyage to rekindle the adventuring spirit. So what do you think? This untamed isle is yours to cultivate as you see fit. Or not, as it were. Okay, this is my domain. As my first action, into the sea you go, Tataru. No? Maybe not. If nothing else, think of it as your personal hideaway. A not-so-secret one. When you say not-so-secret, who else knows it's here? Island Sanctuary. The fact that everybody gets one of these is quite impressive, frankly. I wonder how they optimised the servers for this. Achievements. Current area. There are many. The refreshing caress of the wind, the soothing whisper of the waves. How liberating. I admit I've been looking forward to joining you here. You're not stopping. Now, this may come as a bit of a surprise, but the isle was once commandeered by a band of pirates and used as a supply base. Fortunately for us, the group disbanded years ago, and the isle has since largely returned to its natural state. As you know all too well, Amelia never been one to sit around idly. She's had her eyes on the which now? The seal delays? Formulating plans for island settlements for years. Now that a sense of peace has settled throughout the realm, she finally decided to put those plans in motion. A chosen few have been permitted to become keepers of private islands in this vast archipelago, and you're one of them. My industrious idea of procuring all materials needed to settle here locally struck a chord with the Admiral when she read my proposal, so much so that she was happy to grant me a deed. This is not exactly a one-woman job. Not to worry, I have arranged for ample assistance. Uh-oh. I shall happily introduce you in just a moment, but you'll need to follow me toward the charming little clearing I've designated as your base of operations. If we simply clamber up that slope ahead and proceed along the path, we should soon bump into, well, you'll see. It's not Sid, is it? Unable to summon mount until further progress has been made. So we're locked story-wise for a little while. Tataru, have you had mammoths made to look like Kryl? Well, they are mammoths. Should you have any questions regarding the development of this isle, please keep them to yourself until pleasantry requirements are fulfilled. Okay. I'm not going to do a voice for the mammoths. Allow me to introduce you to the felicitous Furball, the leader of your team of helpers. Well, if it isn't the owner herself, it shall be my pleasure to advise you whether you desire it or not. Oh yes, I think we'll get along just fine. In addition to our feline friend here, I took the liberty of preparing a variety of other mammoths to assist with construction and development of the isle. You'll be pleased to know that they're the latest and greatest models developed by one of the most brilliant minds in Charlian. I heard that a professor at the studio was searching for a means to make use of his advanced automata. To make a long story short, I made him an offer he couldn't refuse. I managed to acquire all of them for the unbeatable price of free. Have you shown him your true nature, Tataru? Have you devoured him? As I understand, the mammoths were produced in secret whilst the Forum formulated plans for the mass exodus, intended to be used as labourers on distant stars to help in constructing a new home for the people of Etheris. It seems all reason for their existence vanished when the threat to our star was erased. As you can imagine, the professor was quite conflicted over what to do with the remains of what may well have been his life's work, but after some negotiation I convinced him to entrust them to us, on the condition we share the data retrieved from development on the Isle. Further, while I know it sounds like an ordeal and a half to procure necessities for the land itself, there is ample practical justification for such experimentation. You see, the Admiral's vision is for people from all walks of life to have access to these island sanctuaries. My idea might just be the most effective way to accomplish that. If one has the capital at hand to purchase the materials and equipment needed for such a bold endeavour, it is a simple matter to subsist safely and comfortably in a remote location. But that limits potential isle keeps to a paltry few. What of those without such funds who simply wish to enjoy nature and live off the land? We must prove that such a feat is possible and assist in providing these would-be isle keeps with the knowledge they need to succeed. Only then will these islands truly be sanctuaries. Nod. Fret not, Mistress Tataru. With authentic Charlian ingenuity and know-how at my claw tips, this simple-minded individual... excuse me. Despite the enhancements in vocal organ design, the mechanism still gets stuck from time to time. Oh, thank Christ, it's going to talk like a normal person. Goodness, that's a relief. But I should leave you to get properly acquainted. I'll return to see the fruits of your partnership when they're ripe for the picking. Yes, of course you will. She's like Rowena 2.0. For now, enjoy your own personal paradise. Cultivate the land or explore, the choice is yours. Bye. I can't even see you waving over that hat. Yes, welcome to the island. Give the word when you've finished ogling the surroundings. I prefer to get on with this sordid business sooner than later. I should also very much like to discuss the matter of my payment. You may now visit the island sanctuary of a party member, free company member, or friend who has unlocked the feature by speaking with Bolden in the Morby dry docks. Friend? What are they? Can I get 0 on here? You can be my friend. You'll be unable to visit an island sanctuary if the owner has forbidden access to their island. There is no one on the island question, or if the island question has already reached its maximum capacity. Furthermore, you must be on an acquaintance's home world if you wish to visit their sanctuary. You may invite party members, frequent visitors. Yes. Okay. Seeking. Sanctuary complete. Here we go. Welcome to your new home in the Southern Seas, your own personal island sanctuary. Explore the wilds, build landmarks, grow crops, tend to animals, and enjoy everything this slice of paradise has to offer. Adventurers of all inclinations can enjoy island sanctuary life regardless of crafting or gathering experience. Come as you are. Accumulate island experience by engaging in activities on your island to increase your sanctuary rank. As your sanctuary rank increases, so too will the facets of island life available to you. Realise visions for your newfound sanctuary by following a series of simple steps, and life on your island will be nothing short of perfect before you know it. I understand what I must do. Kinda. Okay, can we now mount? We cannot mount. Let's take a look at the wilds. Home sweet hideaway. Okay, Furball. Now listen, Demajen. May I call you Demajen? Well, I will anyway. Before we get started, I want to make it very clear that while you may be the owner, I command the mammoths, and as such I demand a considerable sum. I'd hate for us to get off on the wrong foot. That's settled. Beyond this slope lies a clearing that Mistress Tataru believed would serve well as a base of operations. Let us give it a look, shall we? Yes. Getting a real kind of Monster Hunter vibe to this area. Nice kind of ranch style music. Are we pressing the wrong keys to move? A fine place to set up shop, would you not agree? Yes, I think it'll do nicely. Now, while it has much potential, this clearing is currently as bare as a white baboon's buttocks. We'll need some form of shelter from the elements if we're to truly make something of the place. Mistress Tataru has told me of your exploits, but I think it's safe to assume chopping down a tree with your bare hands is outside of your repertoire. Not that I'd ask you to, even if you could. You need tools for delicate work of this nature. As such, the first order of business will be to craft yourself a hatchet. You'll need 3 palm leaves and 2 stones and branches each. Follow east along the path and make your first foray into the wilderness to procure them. Should you get any funny ideas about exploring the island and opt to leave me out here to waste in the rain, you'll find my twin, Furious Furball, waiting for you here instead. Before you go, I have something for you. It's called the Ilsekeep's Index. It's to help you keep track of your projects here on the island. Can't have you running around watering mammoths instead of plants. Should be all for now. Safe travels. I'll be waiting here should you need me. If I've disappeared, it's because I've been mauled by a wild animal, I assure you. Okay. You can now collect materials and more with the gather mode, which may be enabled by selecting the appropriate icon from the mode selection of the Ilsekeep's Index. You may perform all the actions necessary to develop your island sanctuary by utilising the modes available in the Ilsekeep's Index. Make use of duty actions, mounts and modes to become the master of your new domain. Okay. So sprint. So we've got a perma sprint while we're here. Right, so we've got a little windowy thing. In fact, let's get rid of that because we don't need it. So what do we have? We've got different modes, but only gather at the minute. Isle of entry, gathering log, the island, inventory for the island, lots of different things, and the guide. I shall use that if we need to. Right, swap to gather mode. We are now in gather mode. It said we needed to head east, didn't it? Put that down there. So this is on a 20-second timer. Right, we should... I can't drag and drop those to my bar. I like the fact that it's... I mean, it's not permanent, but it can be up permanently. Oh, dear Lord. I seem to have stumbled into Brayflox's long stop. Ah, that music's cool. Yeah. Sweet. You there, tree. Island palm leaf recorded in Sanctuary Gathering log. Okay. So we've got a load of stuff that we can just pick up. Pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds. And I'm getting island XP for each of these things. There's a load of stuff. Island branch. So we need 2 island branches, 2 island stones, an Oppo. We don't need an Oppo. There just happens to be one there. Pumpkins are in a terrible state. This music is jazzy. Eastward Stream. Oh. Island Vine. So there's much stuff to find. And this is only the very first kind of iteration of the island sanctuary. There will be much more in the future. Ah, yes, we need some stone. Uh-huh. Right, I need some more branches. Oh, that's palm leaf. Islewort. Palm leaf. Remember to get these branches. Got one. Ah. Tis marked on the map. Oh, so we've already got a chunk of things. I wonder whether that gets expanded. Will it allow us to return to the cozy cabin since we haven't actually built it yet? Apples! No? Not apples. I do find it odd that they just didn't let us sprint permanently here. Island sap. Ah, another island branch. That's what we want. Right, back then. Oh, interesting. That's only on a 5-second recast as well, so we can head back here whenever we want. Okay. You there, Furball. Excellent. You've collected everything. We can move on to crafting your very first tool then, a hatchet. While you're out there gathering, you could do little more than scavenge the odd branch here and there from trees, yes? That will all change in just a moment. With the hatchet in hand, you may hack away at as many trees as you like to secure raw timber and tree sap. The brilliance of the hatchet's design, a design of my own making, mind you, that even a non-mammoth like yourself can craft it with your own two non-mammoth hands. Isn't that wonderful? I've uploaded the blueprints for the design to your index. The craft feature is now available. Access the Sanctuary crafting log from the Ilsekeep's index to review the materials necessary and collect said materials to begin. The Ilsekeep stone hatchet recipe has been added to the crafting log. Crafting the tool area to gather logs from trees by cutting them down. Okay. Da 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 da! I assume we don't have to equip it. I have this axe. Yes, that is indeed a hatchet. With you can now collect all the logs you could ever want or need. Let's move on to the next phase. Shelter. That hatchet of yours should be able to cut through even the thick bark of a palm tree, meaning you can now collect palm logs, a material vital to our soon-to-be-built haven. The first building we make shall naturally be the most important, as it will be the very foundation of our base of operations, and seeing as I have a gift for naming things, I think it best we leave matters of nomenclature to myself. I hereby dub this essential facility the Cozy Cabin. Okay. Ugh, my poor back. Goodness, I'm due for a healthy amount of grease after that ordeal. Anyway, I've prepared the land. You'll need to prepare the rest. Check the log board beside me to review the materials we'll need for the cabin. Nod. As we're building a cabin this time and not a tool, the amount of materials required are a magnitude above what was needed before. Take your time collecting them, if you must, but not too much. That looks like a giant raspberry. In the meantime, I'll round up the other mammoths in preparation for constructing the cabin and begin ordering them around. You know, what I do best. The construct feature is now available. Okay. So we need 10 palm logs, 10 leaves, 5 vines, 5 stone, 5 sand. We've already got several of them. Okay. So we need to go and get ourselves some materials. Yes. Just double checking that I was indeed going the right way. Fortunately, it's saved what we need on the right-hand side. This music's great. Okay, so it's not quite like actual botany. So what do I actually need? So we need 10 logs. That's a lot of logs. Fortunately, we're getting leaves and logs. And it's not like they're difficult to spot on the map. Which is handy. Oppo, oppo. Let's just focus on getting the materials, I think. First impressions are very positive. And I can't imagine this is amazing, exciting watching. But I wanted to do a little video on it. Just because I didn't know what to expect. And to be fair, it has kind of made me laugh in places, so... considering I've spent a few days this week gathering stuff, this is an interesting kind of capstone. He says midweek. Right, that's our sand sorted. I might as well collect more materials as I get them, because we'll probably need them for other things, won't we? I wonder what the kind of rank options there are. Ooh. Berry bush. Islewort. Is that a rock or is that sand? That's sand. Oh, that is a view. That is a view. So, we need 2 stone. We need some more palm leaves. Aziz! Who's left Aziz here? More and more like Brayflox's long stop by the moment. Yeah, I kind of feel like this should have just been a permanent thing. Grab these while we're here. Still need a load of logs. Probably should have stuck to the actual area. But that's not how I roll. Yes, because these are just logs. These aren't palm logs. Let's make our way back over to the left. The left? Not the left, the west. Oh. Gonna have to go this way, aren't we? Gotta be careful I don't jump down a place that's gonna be a pain in the backside to get back up. I can't imagine they'll have... Oh, we can mount. Can't fly, but can mount. So I don't need to rely on the sprint function. This looks like a palm tree. Yes, there we go. Bounce speed seems quite fast here as well. Handily, there's some stones here. I like the fact that we're getting little bits, although the text seems a little bit squished together randomly. Challenge log up for a challenge. What was that for? That's Eureka stuff. Ah! Living off the land, collect 100 materials in your island sanctuary. Okay, so there are island sanctuary related challenges. That's good. Because I imagine this might get... Not grindy, because that kind of defeats the purpose of it. But some people will... You know, they'll want to grind their sanctuary rank, possibly for whatever rewards are available. There we go. We have everything we need. Construct. Nice little hard hats. Little bit out of place, but entertaining, so I shall give them a pass. That does look cozy, to be honest. And it also looks like the roof has got massive holes in it for when it rains, but you know. Maybe it doesn't rain here. Oh, excuse me. Construction complete. Careful up there, young mammoth. Oh, furball. Finally, a place to escape the occasional downpour. It's a bit rough around the edges, I'll give you, but it's home. It's technically your home, but why get fussy about the details? Rest your head on the cot and call your friends over. You're free to use it as you wish. I've taken the liberty of calling a few of my own friends over, in fact, and I think you'll find them most charming. They can provide services you'll undoubtedly come to find valuable. You may access the orchestrion. And there are merchants. You'll earn 2 types of carries. Seafarers' carries may be earned by realising visions, developing the island, performing various activities within your island sanctuary. Islanders' carries may be earned by selling materials in the isle inventory to the enterprising exporter in the cozy cabin. Demajen Blackthorn obtains Sanctuary level 2. So we have 1,500 seafarers' carries. And there are... Yes. The orchestrion may only be accessed and heard by the owner of an island. So we can see my somewhat limited... Oh, I shouldn't actually play these because they'll just go there in terms of copyright, won't they? Although I suppose if it's an actual song from the game. Protagonist thing. What's that? Oh yeah, that's from Ivalice. Oh, and that's from... I very rarely... What have I got playing in my... Right, so, export materials. So this will... Okay, so this can turn stuff that we find into the green currency. Ooh. Oh, clothing. Clothing, you say? Shocking, the hat doesn't work on a Vieira. Surprise. Quite a nice shirt with a little backpack. Some half gloves. Some culottes. I've already got some trousers. Shorts. Boots. Oh, also, Island Mandragora. What is that? What is it? Is it a mount? Oh, it's the mounts, yes. Oh, we can have a Felicitous Fairball minion. Pixie wings. New hairstyles. Orchestrion rolls. New barding. Ooh, that reminds me. That was one thing that I did mean to do. I got some barding from my gathering exploits. Load of dyes. What was with the other? Load of materia. Crafting materia, in fact. And glamour prisms, weirdly enough. I suspect this will change. Yeah, I suspect these will change depending on things. Okay. Oh, furball? As you may have noticed for yourself already, the island receives a dreadful amount of sunlight. I expect that's desirable for growing crops, so it does rain here. If cultivation is your sort of thing, I suggest you speak with my subordinate, the produce producer. You'll find the indolent oaf no doubt loitering around about north of here, finding some excuse not to do any sort of work. A privilege reserved solely for myself. Uh-huh. The cropland may now be unlocked. Okay. So we can farm just very quickly. Is it companion? It's companion, isn't it? I never used this. I got... What was it that I got? I got some new barding. Was it that? Might have been that. Money well spent? Was it money or was it scripts? It might have been scripts actually that I spent. Hello, produce producer. Huh? I'm sort of busy here. Looking at the grass. It's quite green, I've noticed, and you're going to ask me to clear the area, aren't you? Clear the ridge. Ah, well, all right then. Let's get this over with. That's entirely the wrong kind of shovel. Just saying. Hurrah! We have some rows for vegetables. Or flowers, or plants, or whatever we plan on. Crops would be the word that I'm looking for. Till the earth. Earth tilled. Look at me jumping with excitement. A fault in the programming, to be sure. Anyway, are you happy now? There's the cropland. I've even got some seeds for you to sow. Once they've been planted, make sure to water them. Oh, if you have any questions, I suppose I can answer them. You can now plant seeds in empty plots. Water crops using the water mode. Okay. So, we've got multiple different modes. Let's sow some seeds. You must select an item first. Oh, okay. So you equip the type of seed. And then you interact. It's an odd way of doing it, but it is what it is. Water. Did that water all of them? Maybe? Shh, can you hear that? The sound of burgeoning life putting in the soil? Me neither, but I thought I'd ask. Anyway, you're welcome to plant more seeds here whenever you like. Crops require time and water to flourish. Bereft of moisture, they will cease to grow. Crops will be considered watered after it has rained. You may harvest the produce yielded by fully developed crops with the gather mode. Alternatively, dispose of undesired crops with the cull mode. Vision realized. Okay. It feels like we go quite fast. Who are you, curious courier? Oh, they're the male person. Okay. It's been all of 5 minutes. You've already had your fill of tilling the land. What a productive little bee you are. Would that I had you under my employ. Anyway, let me think of another way to make constructive use of your time. Do you like animals? Why did I bother to ask? Of course you do. You'll surely make fast friends with the creature comforter, another subordinate of mine, and one who prefers the company of animals more than its own kind. You'll find the curious fellow standing across from the produce producer. The pasture may now be unlocked. Okay. Hey there, friend. Are you ready to build a little home for some adorable animals? I am. I'll take care of getting this pasture nice and ready for you. You just breathe in the fresh air and relax, okay? Okay. Yay! We have a pasture! I shall put some fluffies in it. Pasture ready. Stop pasturing, Demajen. Just call me Louis Pasture. Good to see you, friend. Good to see you. We've got a nice little pasture here, but as you've undoubtedly noticed, we've got no animals to put in it. That's why I've prepared some small nets for you here, which will let you catch smaller critters. A word of advice, be gentle with the animals out there, and they'll treat you the same in return. There you go. If you have any questions concerning the pasture, I'm always here to answer them. If I've learned one thing during my brief time in this world, is that you should never be embarrassed to ask questions, friend. Never. You can now capture animals by using the capture mode. The makeshift net recipe has been added to the sanctuary crafting log. So we need to make... Okay, so in order to capture... we only need to do that once, so we don't need to make them individually. We can make a stack. Okay, let's go with capture mode enabled. And we equip is the word that I'm after. We equip the net I've got. I have this area. You there, Oppo, Oppo. No, not like that. Just right click. You successfully captured an Oppo Oppo. Well done, me. Sheep. They can be... Yeah. Chocobo. Something tells me chocobos are big for the nets. The makeshift net was ineffective against the chocobo. Not exactly super effective, is it? Right, let's teleport back for the saving of time. I suspect the things that we can buy from the vendors will change when we rank up. Excellent work there, friends. Just excellent. The pasture's really come to life. Here, take this. It's some feed I prepared myself. I want you to have it. Try offering it to an animal in the pasture. You need to feed animals using the feed mode. You there, lamb. Oh. You did it. I'm proud of you. When an animal has been fed and looked after by its master, it'll feel loved. When an animal feels loved, it leaves a little something born from pure happiness. Leavings, I call it. You can now interact with animals inside the pasture by using the pet and beckon modes. The island's sweet feed recipe has been added to the sanctuary crafting log. Made from apples. Will fill an animal's stomach, but only slightly improve its mood due to its high sugar content. Okay, so we've got... It's getting exponentially more... Huh. Yeah, it's getting more complicated. You there, Oppo Oppo. Do we have... Oh. Well, that's oddly adorable. You finished with the pasture already? Very good, very good. Let's see. Perhaps next you can find a use for all the materials you'll be crafting, getting from the animals and cropland. We could make a workshop and craft, I'll work handicrafts. That's a fine name as any. Lest you worry, you need not concern yourself with the crafting. Nay, I'll make my subordinates do it. I enjoy watching them suffer. We're awfully pressed for space as it is, so we'll need to clear away the trees around here in order to build a workshop. For all matters concerning the wanton destruction of plant life and vegetation, the pathological pathfinders are the mammoths for the job. Okay. Ah, you must be the owner. Ah, Felicitas' friend told me today is the day I can finally do the job I was created to do. Will you let me do that job? Cut away this vexatious vegetation. Take a seat. You're about to see something real special. This is oddly silly. Nice. Ground cleared. We have 2 spaces. Site ready. That's how you do it. Goodbye, irksome trees and plants. Hello, vegetationless land. If you like what you saw today, I'm always happy to do more. I just need the shells to get the necessary help. You can use these 2 plots to build a workshop, or at least that's what the furball told me to say. You can leave it as is, or play around in it for all I care. If you do decide to build a workshop, you'll be needing plenty of limestone, and you'll probably break your hatchet if you try to chop a rock with it, so you should probably make a hammer. Nothing better than a hammer for smashing things. As for the materials you need to build a workshop, beats me. The Felicitas Furball says something about writing them all on the log boards, though. I suppose there's enough space for you to release your minions now, but I can't see why you want to do that. Are we, your loyal, hard-working marrots, not enough for you? Just by releasing them, you're saying we're not good enough for you. Oh, we're not enough for you. Oops. New plots of land are now available. Further expansion appears possible, but you'll need a sizable amount of seafarers' carries to cover the necessary expenses. Stone hammer recipe has been added to the crafting log. Release your minions. Manage minions. Select minions. I have so many minions. I've mentioned this, but I do have a lot of minions. Let's release you. Let's release you. Let's release you. Hee. So I guess they just, yeah, they potter around. Right, it said we needed to make a hammer, which handily. Oh, okay, yes, we need more logs. Right. And also, construct a facility. Okay, we're going to need some stuff. We're going to need a chunk of stuff. Oh dear, I'm very, very tired. I know it's, what, 6 PM according to this, but I've been up for many an hour because my sleep pattern is all over the place. Oh, I need to switch modes, don't I? So things don't show up unless you're in the right mode. Which makes sense. So these are rocks. Yeah. Ah! Handfuls of island vine. Island vine was from trees that weren't palm trees, wasn't it? From a specific type of tree? Can't remember. Certainly not those, anyway. Just use the quest log. Not quest log. What am I trying to say? My brain's starting to mush. Is it these trees? No. Ah, it's these, isn't it? It's these tall, thin ones. No. These? Ah, okay. Oh, and those. So we can get vines from apple trees, because of course we can. Right, we can now craft a hammer. And now we need a load of stuff. So I guess I'll just go and grab these. Yeah. Impressions of Island Sanctuaries. It seems involved. It seems like there's lots to do. I like my, you know, as you may know if you've watched any of my Cult of the Lamb playthrough, I like my kind of colony sim style things, my base building stuff. They don't necessarily hold my attention for a huge amount of time. But generally speaking, if the gameplay's fun and there's quirks to it, or in this particular case, if the rewards are decent, you know, I'll enjoy it. That being said, I don't think it's exactly, you know, content to watch. It's not like, ah, yes, I'm going to spend my time on YouTube today watching Demajen faff around in his island sanctuary. I don't think that's a good use of anybody's time, arguably. So it's not going to be, you know, content that I put up on the channel. But in terms of first impressions, it all seems to be of the standard that you generally expect from Final Fantasy XIV. You know, it seems well thought through. It seems like it will have a, you know, a nice progression system with time consuming. I'm sure a lot of people will like spending time here. Be interesting to see what people are saying about this, because obviously a lot of people were really looking forward to it. I was generally kind of nonplussed about the entire thing. It's neither here nor there for me. But I'm glad it's, you know, well put together and stuff, and I hope the people that were looking forward to this kind of gameplay are getting what they want from it, frankly. You know, the more options we have in terms of content to do, the better, in my opinion. And if there's a way of, you know, people making money out of this, all the more so. You know, as I've said, I've done a chunk of gathering leveling over this last week, and I've made a surprising amount of money considering I don't know how it works or what I'm doing. And that's a good feeling, because yeah, I don't really need money in this game. I don't tend to spend a whole lot. But I made like 2 million gil or something just selling the stuff that I got from the diadem, which is just, frankly, ridiculous. Need slabs of limestone. Oh, that's what that is. Oh yes, because we couldn't get stuff from the rock before, could we? We could forage bits from it, but now we can actually mine it properly. I do like the fact that we get this little trickle of XP, although I do think the floating text is weird. I'm trying desperately not to yawn into the microphone. One of the problems with a chill activity such as this is that obviously without it being, you know, fast-paced action that I have to pay attention to, my brain is liable to go yawn and fall asleep. I need more rock. There we go. Let's return. Sparkle Pony. Right, facility logboard. Workshop. I might have to take Neath Dark Waters off because it's such a chill song. It makes me sleepy. Probably a good job I didn't put the camera on for this because you'll just see me yawning silently all the time. I have this workshop. It's a nicely modelled building. Construction complete. Pathological Pathfinder Mark 1. Ah, so you built a workshop. Shame, I liked how the place looked before. Anyway, I suppose you can have a team of man that craft stuff now. If you have them sell the items they craft, it should become a valuable source of seafarers' carries. Carries which you can then give to myself and other like-minded models so we can keep doing what we do best. And before I forget, don't expect any buildings to be constructed as quickly as this one going forward. Teamwork extra artists are no functioning facilities to speak of, but now there are, there's hardly any rush. Okay, so this is where the time gating comes in. Wobble plop. Vision realized. Sanctuary rank 4. You may now renovate the cozy cabin. So this building gives us access to work orders, essentially. Workshop. At the workshop, we take the materials you've gathered from the isle and use them to make our works handicrafts. Once you set the agenda, we'll get to work. When production of the handicrafts in question is complete, we'll have them shipped to a seller in Limsa. Just be aware that we take pride in our work, and that means we take our time to make the goods. Once you share the agenda with us, there's nothing left for you to do. Take a stroll, a nap, or whatever you like, and I'll let you know when the handicrafts have been shipped. Okay. Congratulations, you built your very own workshop. Artisanal goods. Managing a workshop schedule may seem daunting at first, but once you grasp the basics, handicraft production will feel as refreshing as a tropical breeze. Okay. Let's try scheduling the production of an Islandworks potion. Press plus to schedule. Schedule. Okay. Takes 4 hours to produce. They may even cry due to feelings of inadequacy. Okay. With an agenda in hand, you are free to make any and all handicrafts your heart desires. Okay. Okay. Right, so I need to grab stuff. Ah, this once lush land has at last begun to look like a proper civilization. Away with the trees, the bugs, the sunlight, and the sights, I say. Let there be bricks and buildings and subjects to be exploited. I think it is about time I retire to the cabin. Now, you may capture wild animals, sow seeds, and remove what vegetation abides on this isle to build wondrous man-made edifices in its stead. Nod. Since I trust each one of those Pathfinder units just about as far as I can throw them, I'll tell you this myself just in case. Should you wish to begin production of craftwork, speak with a tactful taskmaster. If you have any further questions or experience any trouble, I encourage you to review the Ilsekeep's index. I made it precisely for such occasions, after all. And I guess that's the tutorial done? Congratulations, you've unlocked all the key features available in the island sanctuary. You're now free to cultivate the land as you see fit, create the island paradise of your dreams. Lovely. The Waking Sands. How do you actually stop it? Oh, like that. Okay. Surplus, -1. Do I have -1 surplus? So we've got a chunk of currency stuff that we can spend. I don't think I really want any of these. Maybe they'll change as we go. I suspect they probably will. There's no point buying hairstyles. Get crafting stuff as well. Create the hideaway of your dreams. Right. I'm going to have another play around with this tomorrow. Because I think I'm a little bit too tired to properly play around with it now. Generally speaking, what's this got a locked quest for? Okay, he wants stuff. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It's got some really good ideas here, frankly. I don't think we get rested XP here. This doesn't count as a... I don't think this counts as a rest zone. Very interesting. Very interesting. I will, in future videos, let you know how I have gotten on with this. But for now, I shall thank you all for watching and let you get off to much more exciting and interesting things. Because as I said, I'm not super sure that that was the most interesting content I've ever put out. But hey, first impressions. That's what I do here. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications for more FF14 and other game content. Leave a nice comment. Link me to videos with or pictures of your island sanctuaries. How are you getting on? Are you enjoying it? If you didn't like the video, downvote it and tell me why in the comments, because the algorithm is hungry. As are the animals on my island. Until next time, stay safe. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.